Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's me, Irvin, with another anime review. This is going to be on Tokyo Ghoul Re, or the third season of Tokyo Ghoul, depending how you see it. I didn't do a first impressions, at least I don't believe I did, on this one. And I did start watching it pretty late, and I watched the first 12 episodes. The entire 12 episodes of the third season, Tokyo Ghoul Re. A lot of people actually dropped it. We talked. We had an anime talk in my channel with some YouTubers, and a lot of them were saying that they had dropped the anime completely just because it just wasn't as good. And I agree to a lot of extent. It kind of goes with, there's a lot of years passed from season 2, season 3. Kaneki was his brain was erased essentially, and he is now works for the agency that catches ghouls. And in itself, as a season itself, as a third season, I think this one was pretty bad. But if I would have watched this show, not knowing the first 2 seasons, it wasn't too bad of a show, really. And that's what it is. It's the fact that it's supposed to be continuing the story, and it really sucks as a continuation. But when it comes to being an anime for itself, separate from Tokyo Ghoul, it's actually not too bad. And I think people can't draw the line from the original Tokyo Ghoul and Tokyo Ghoul, and that's fine. And that's why people didn't enjoy it as much. So the story itself just has a lot of characters that are from the original Tokyo Ghoul that do come out. They do are showcased, but they're not really grow. They don't really grow as characters. You see some, and you kind of feel brokenhearted that they have to hide from Kaneki and not really tell them what's going on. And then you kind of feel like something's going to happen with them. To an extent it does with some, not all of them. But then you don't really hear from a lot of them. You just see them once, and that's about it. So that, I think, in itself was a slap in the face. If I would have watched this as an anime itself, not even thinking of the first, second seasons, that would have been confusing because a lot of characters were showing up that didn't really flow with the story. It just flowed with the whole fact that this was Kaneki from 10 years ago. If I would have watched it as a continuation, the third season of Tokyo Ghoul, then it would have been a slap in the face still, because you see them, you get hope, and then they don't show up again. So in itself, I think that's the reason so many people are just annoyed and did not really enjoy this anime, this third season of Tokyo Ghoul. In itself, the action scenes were good, the graphics were great. The story itself is not too bad. I really appreciate how he's trying to find out his identity throughout the entire show. Each character of his group that he leads figure out their identity. They still don't remove the whole fact that there's good agents and there's bad agents. The bad agents, gosh, they get good deaths. They're killed grotesquely. So if you don't like gore, you don't like bloodiness, this is probably not something that you would watch. You're probably not watching this video if you are weak in heart, because you probably by now know what Tokyo Ghoul is. So anyways, just throwing that out, if you have not seen Tokyo Ghoul, there is gore. So, out of 10, I'm going to give this one 2 gradings. I should have done that with High School DxD. I'll leave that in the comment section for that video. But for this one, I'm going to give 2 gradings. As a standalone anime, not even thinking of the first and second season, I would give this one a 7 out of 10. Maybe 6.5. But 7 out of 10 is what I really lean more to. Action was great. Gore was great. The story was great. The ending was pretty good. A little bit of a cliffhanger to itself, but Tokyo Ghoul itself was like that in the first and second season. So that's fine. As a continuation, what would I rate it? I would rate this one a 4.5 out of 10. I think they did good in some areas as a continuation, but in a lot of areas, it was just slap in the face. And I agree more to the group that's angered at this than to the group that just says, it's not that bad. So, those are my ratings. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment if you want to tell me what your opinion is about this one. I would love to hear it. Thanks, you guys, so much for your love and support. And like always,